Hi everyone, thank you for being here. I'm going to call this Spiritual Sunday. And I believe on Sundays I am being guided to deliver a message of beautiful inspiration and uplifting and whatever it is that God has for us and whatever comes through me to be delivered to you. A quick welcome if you're new, and thank you for returning if you have already been here and support this channel. I'm happy to be a messenger. I'm happy to be a co-journeyer on this beautiful path that we're on. And so today, I would like to use my voice and let Spirit come through to deliver this beautiful message on this very spiritual Sunday. Let Spirit guide you how Spirit will, as I step aside and let this come through. I see a mountain, and I see that God is moving in mysterious ways. And He is coming through with a very miraculous discovery for you. And as you've been, I'm going to just reference something from a parable from the Bible, right? I'm a very spiritual person, and I believe that some of these stories in the Bible very much correlate with life as we know it. And so I'm reminded of Abraham. As Abraham was guided to traverse the mountain with his son, and in those days they sacrificed, I know how horrible this sounds because I love animals, but in those days they sacrificed an animal for whatever reason they sacrificed it for. And this time Abraham was led to the mountain and asked by God to bring his son. And Abraham said, I have no lamb to bring to you, God. I have no lamb to sacrifice to you. And God said, bring your son. So Abraham, fearing the most obvious, obeyed God and brought his son up the mountain. And if this doesn't sound inspirational yet, hold on. And so, Abraham finds the right place on that mountain to stop and await further instruction from God. And he says, God, surely you don't want me to sacrifice my son? How could I sacrifice my own flesh and blood? How could I do that to my son? How could you ask that of me? And so, God says, because you obeyed me, and because you listened and you had faith in me, and you didn't hold back, you didn't resist, you brought your son. Here is the lamb that you are going to sacrifice. And Abraham falls to his knees, he cries, he says, God, no, please, no. And he hears the lamb off to the side, and he says, God says, here is what you need. Here is your lamb. And God says, listen, you were willing to take this hard, arduous journey because you believed in me and what I was asking of you. But when you got here, you discovered it wasn't what you thought. I had this little lamb here, this precious little lamb, ready. And so, when you are on a journey and you are feeling scared, but you're taking that journey anyways, guess what? Guess what's waiting for you? Something you never expected. And as hard as this journey might be sometimes, the path that you took to get to that place, God had something coming up the other side of that path to meet you. A beautiful discovery, a beautiful, miraculous gift. And so, my take on this story is that when you feel as if, how could God do this to me? How can he lead me to this place? How can I feel this way? How can I do this? How can I do that? It doesn't seem right. And you're in despair. Wait till you get to that place and look what God has for you. It's about faith, my friends. It's about trust. And Archangel Michael is here to say, you walked that mountain. I was with you. You cried your tears. I was with you. You held that precious baby of yours in your arms. I was with you, protecting, guiding, leading, never letting any harm come to that baby of yours. When you misunderstood and you presumed and you made a story up of what you thought God wanted you to do, how could you harm your baby? I was with you. And I knew at the right time and the right moment that God would come through with that miraculous outcome, that gift to show you. All you had to do was have faith. All you had to do was have faith. Because on the other side of that mountain, coming up to meet you, is a miraculous gift that God has waiting for you. We make up stories in our heads. We think that we know what God wants from us, because God directed us in a certain way. But then when we get to that place where we're ready to say, okay, God, no matter how much this hurts, whatever it is, I'm here. God has something better waiting for you. You got to believe that, guys. And for those of you, and me included, who are animal lovers, I'm sorry for the reference of sacrificing an animal. That's not who I am. It's not. This is regarding a story, okay? And so, that's a whole nother topic. I'm not going to talk about animal cruelty right now. Animals are another source, a God's gift to us. But Archangel Michael says, all you have to do is show up, and God will open up the doors. He will show you something far greater than you ever expected if you just show up and allow. He says, maybe you can't see me, but I'm right here with you, protecting. And God loves you so much. And so, when you ask your guides for help, when you ask God for help, and He guides you, just show up. Show up, because He has something so far greater than what you can ever imagine for you. And while we cry our tears, while we feel grief, or we feel whatever it is, betrayal, grief, sadness, doubt, whatever it is, God says, just show up. Let me do a work. Let me give you something so freaking amazing that it will take your breath away. Because when you traverse that path Trust me, there is a path that you can't see, that's either parallel to you or coming in the opposite direction towards you. That God has a beautiful, miraculous gift for you. So cry your tears. Flail your arms. Take a day to cry, or whatever it is you need to do, but show up and say to God, I'm here. And whatever it is, whatever way you're leading for me, I'm here. I'm here. And I'm allowing myself to open up to whatever it is that you're bringing in, because I know you feel the changes, guys. I know you feel the shifts. And I've been talking about this for the last couple videos. There's changes that always happen in life no matter what. Just show up with openness and allow these changes. Allow whatever it is, because I'm telling you, what you can't see, look here. Have faith and hope, because there's something positive new on the horizon. You can't see it, but it's waiting. I'm telling you, it's waiting. How long will it be? Just show up and trust. Well, will it be painful? Just show up and trust, is what I'm hearing from Spirit, from God. Because I'm going to tell you something else. This was further confirmation for me. And I had gone to see the movie Harriet, regarding Harriet Tubman. And I didn't know prior to that movie a lot about her. But I'm going to tell you right now, that woman, in that story, God was in charge. And she showed up. She did the work that she was asked to do. God led her to free thousands of slaves and risk her life, because it was for a cause based on love. There's so many things to that, but let me tell you this right now. God was in charge. She showed up. She risked her life. She didn't know. She did not know if her life would end trying to do this, if they would kill her for trying to do something so beautiful for a beautiful cause, to free those people, those souls that were enslaved. But I'm going to tell you right now, God was in charge. And so, when God leads you and you are nudged and guided in a direction you're not sure of, trust in Him. Because I'm telling you right now, the rewards are freaking amazing. God is in charge. And when we kick and scream and we flail and we're like, oh no, I don't think so, God, I can't, I'm not ready, da da da. God says, yes, you are. Did I not make you? Did I not create you? You're ready. Let's do this. Because everything you need when this mission of yours shows up, and whatever it is you're called to do, big or small, your needs will be met. You will be protected. You will be guided. You will be led to that place, that mountaintop, where that something spectacular is waiting for you. All you have to do is show up. Ask for guidance, Archangel Michael says. Ask for guidance to help you remove the fear. Do you think that Harriet Tubman was afraid? Of course she was. But her faith in God was greater. Her passion to free these people. The beautiful love that was at the core of this mission took over. And whatever this is that God has for you, whatever reason He has for you to move in a certain direction, do it. Trust and have faith only in God. I can sit here and I can give you messages as they speak through me, but I'm going to tell you right now, the one true energy source is God, the one, the only one that can deliver you from harm, protect you, keep you safe. Trust in God. That movie did a lot for me. A lot of, I was so thankful that God was there. And this is based on a true story. So it's not a Hollywood made up story. This is true. God used a little woman against all odds to go out. And I'm hearing raise the dead because those poor souls that were enslaved felt like their life was over. I'm not here to talk about slavery. I'm not here to talk about sacrificing animals. I'm here to say God always delivers. Always. And if you think he doesn't, it's because you're not allowing yourself to show up and trust. And so, be open to that divine guidance because it's here always. Always here. Know that whatever it is, wherever you're being led, whatever decision you have to make, there is some beautiful, something beautiful on the other side of that. Just trust in God, please. And he says you are that gift. You're that perfectly packaged, wrapped gift to the world, to yourself, to me, he says. Think you can't do it? Think again. I created you. Not so you can fall, so you can rise up, so you can make a difference in yourself. For some of you, make a difference in the world. For some of you, in your little community. For some of you, in your home. Whatever it is and what area it is, you can do this. And have faith in God. He is here to work within you so you can work in the name of love. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. God bless.